Well, well, your sacrifice has been accepted by the king. This is so much worse than even I expected. And not to brag, but I get called an alarmist a lot. Yet to be wrong, though. Looks like the FCC has approved the infamous Skydance and Paramount merger. Yippee! This is the merger that made Paramount so easy to extort. FCC approval of this merger is why most people agree Trump was able to get such an easy settlement out of Paramount when he sued with literally like no standing. He sued CBS News and 60 Minutes over a Kamala clip that he claimed was edited to make her look good, which by the way, totally allowed, not a suable offense. In reality, they used a portion of her answer for the teaser and a different portion of her answer for the actual reporting. As though Donnie isn't the literal king of rambling to soundbite farm. Paramount, instead of standing up for journalistic standards and the First Amendment, decided to pay him off with at least $16 million. Anyone with two brain cells to rub together agrees it was a bribe, which you may remember is what Colbert said just a few days before it was announced that he was getting fired and his entire show canceled. Funny how that works. I'm sure that just like it was a purely financial decision for Paramount, it is a purely financial decision for the FCC to approve this merger. But as if that weren't bad enough, David Ellison, you might recognize that name, biggest investor in Skydance and co-founder of Oracle, who by the way has some funny ideas of his own, said this. He recently met with FCC officials and, quote, discussed Skydance's commitment to unbiased journalism and its embrace of diverse viewpoints, principles that will ensure CBS's editorial decision-making reflects the varied ideological perspectives of American viewers. Hint, when he says diverse viewpoints, that's not what he means, because they also agreed to end any DEI policies at Paramount. Apparently, he's creating an ombudsman to settle any issues of bias. FCC Chair Brendan Carr said, Americans no longer trust the legacy national news media to report fully, accurately, and fairly. It is time for a change. That is why I welcome Skydance's commitment to make significant changes at the once storied CBS broadcast network. Skydance has made written commitments to ensure that the new company's programming embodies a diversity of viewpoints from across the political and ideological spectrum. See, that's what they mean by diverse. CBS before had a lot of news on it, and facts tend to go against right-wing ideology, so they want to make sure they can get enough of the fascism in there too. Skydance will also adopt measures that can root out the bias that has undermined trust in the national news media. Today's decision also marks another step forward in the FCC's efforts to eliminate invidious forms of DEI. There you have it.